Hey everyone, I'm Rob and welcome to the test drive. Today, I'm back in my diesel BMW X5 and I'm so excited because I just got some brand new snow tires put onto this car. So there are so many videos coming of me in the snow with this SUV, tearing it up in Western New York where we get dumped on with lake effect snow. So it's gonna be really awesome to be able to show you exactly what this vehicle is like in the snow, and especially with brand new winter tires. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because there's so much more awesome content coming of the X5 as well as the Fusion and the Z4 and a ton more reviews that I have lined up. So what I wanted to do in this video was take you through the process of buying winter tires for a BMW X5, show you what's out there, what's available, what some ways are to get tires a little bit cheaper potentially, and show you what I did and how well it worked out for me. Now, unfortunately, not surprising, I have another check engine light on my X5. I don't know what it could be this time. If you watched my last video about my X5, I did end up replacing one of the glow plugs, and I didn't replace all of them like the dealer wanted to do. So I'm wondering if it's another glow plug that's actually thrown up a fault now, or if it's something totally different. So I am taking it to the dealership in a couple days. I have an appointment set up, and I'll obviously make a video of that and let you know what's going on with it. So for those of you who maybe don't know, I have a 2012 BMW X5 X-Drive, so it's the all-wheel drive system, 35D, and the 35D is the diesel model. The original tire size on my X5 and what I currently have on it are 255/50 19s. So they are 255 millimeters in width with 19-inch rims. So I purchased this X5 certified pre-owned with 40,000 miles on it, and I bought it almost 2 years ago. It came with brand new Pirelli Scorpion all-season tires. They were run flats, except for like M models and some like high-performance vehicles. You're pretty much gonna get run flats on most modern BMWs. And I have almost 66,000 miles on it now. So the Pirelli Scorpion all seasons were kind of getting to the point where they didn't have a lot of tread left, maybe 4/32 of an inch in their worst spot. So I decided, instead of getting new all seasons, which I was originally gonna do, I thought it might be better to get winter tires. Winter tires perform significantly better than all seasons, even though this is all-wheel drive. I figured why not, especially since my wife drives this vehicle a lot more than I do. I figured it was the safer option, and it's just gonna be such a beast in the snow with true winter tires. So as pretty much everybody knows, there are a lot of different places where you can purchase tires. Probably the most expensive option in a lot of instances is to go to the dealership. So I decided I wasn't gonna do that. I looked online at the BMW USA Tires website, and for example, a set of Goodyear Ultra Grip winter tires, run flats of course, was around $1,500, and that did not include installation. And on Tire Rack, they were significantly cheaper. And the reason I mentioned Tire Rack is because that's where I decided to go for my tires. And I looked at a bunch of local tire shops to try and figure out where I could get the best price. Part of the problem was the selection of run flats in this size wasn't very large, and I did want to get run flats because I don't have a spare tire. As you know, most BMWs, and pretty much all of them that have run flats, don't come with a spare. And like I said, my wife typically drives this, so I thought it would just be better to get run flats. Now, I've seen and heard a lot of complaints about run flats all over the internet, and yeah, non-run flat tires typically perform better, they ride better, but when you don't have a spare, and if I don't want my wife on the side of the road waiting for AAA or BMW roadside assistance, then I think it's a good option, and modern run flat tires are pretty good. I mean, this X5 rides very nicely. Almost every BMW that I've driven has had run flat tires on it. So on Tire Rack, which is where I decided to go because for the most part the tires seem to be at the absolute lowest prices that I could find them, could get non-run flat Bridgestone Blizzaks for $200 a tire, Michelin X Ice for $240, Yokohama Ice Guards for $180, and Pirelli Scorpion Winters for $250 a tire. Now those were all non-run flats. Now the 4 run flat options were Bridgestone Blizzaks for $400, Michelin Latitude Alpins for $400 as well, but those are now sold out. I thought there were Michelin X Ice winter tires in a run flat option, Goodyear Ultra Grip Ice for $310 a tire, and then there are the Pirelli Scorpion winter run flats, which is what I ended up going with for my X5. So I ended up choosing the Pirelli Scorpions because they were the best price, but also I had a very good experience with the all-season Pirelli Scorpion tires that I've had. Now, you may have caught it on the screen, but while I was editing this video, I actually found another set of Bridgestone Blizzaks, and I have no idea what the difference is because they are significantly cheaper than the one that was on the website when I bought my tires. So when I bought the Pirellis, the $400 Blizzaks were on the website. There was no $250 set of Blizzaks. If there was, I may have bought those just because the Blizzak name is so well known. They may not even be the best tires. I know they're good tires, but I may have considered buying those. Actually, now they're cheaper than the Pirellis, although the Pirellis did have the $70 mail-in rebate, which actually brought the price down to like $930 basically for all 4 tires. So just thought I'd point that out, but now back to the video. And I ended up keeping those tires. I have them in my garage now. I don't know if I'm going to end up putting them back on after the winter or if I'm gonna get another set of all seasons. My worry is that I'm gonna put them on with 4 to 5 32nds of an inch in tread left, and then I'm gonna need to get new all seasons at some point during the summer or early fall, and at that point it'll be like, why didn't I just get them to begin with? So the way it works on Tire Rack is you can either ship the tires to yourself or you can ship them to one of their certified installers, which every single Monroe muffler is a certified installer, and there just happens to be one right around the corner from my house, literal walking distance. So I decided to go with Monroe Muffler, have them do it, and that cost me, I think, like 78 bucks all in, which was really cheap, a lot cheaper than what the dealership would have charged to put tires on. There are some people who maybe would rather have somebody else do them, but Tire Rack's awesome because you can just ship them to yourself and take them wherever you want. The other thing that a lot of people do, not necessarily as much in the US from what I've seen, but definitely a lot in Canada and probably in Europe as well, people will get separate rims for their winter tires. And especially if you drive into Canada, which I'm not far from there, you'll notice a lot of people with black steel rims. They look almost just like rims that don't have hubcaps on them, and they'll have their winters like that. So I'm assuming they can change the tires themselves, so they can put their winters on, take their all seasons off on their own, or have somebody do it for a lower price than having them mounted to your existing rims. Then you also have the potential issue of your nice expensive rims that you're getting salt all over and stuff like that. But for an SUV, for an X5, I don't really think it's that big of a deal, so I put them on my existing rims. You can also get a cheaper tire because you can get a different size, so maybe a less expensive size if you get separate rims for your winter tires. I figured with the Pirellis, because they are a name brand and usually a more premium tire, even though they are the cheapest, they should do pretty well. And so far I've only driven them in very light snow and they've been phenomenal, but obviously we'll see what they perform like in a serious blizzard. So for once, I'm actually excited about a, maybe not like an insane blizzard, but getting like at least a somewhat significant amount of snow, just because I'll get to actually drive this truck with these tires in the snow. So like always, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and please leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and share your winter tire experience as well. If you have winter tires, I'd be really curious to see what your experience is, especially with an X5 or a run flat winter tire in general. So again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and I'll see you again in the next video very, very soon. Bye-bye.